started having our election workers call and ask us what this misinformation was about. We have had a few of our local voters as well. And if you don't mind, I'm going to read it to you, what it says. It's actually a post. It says, "A very reliable good friend of mine just finished poll worker training and she texts me this. Just finished poll manager training. I passed all the classes. I want you all to know something. If you are checking in at the polls and they happen to write anything on your ballot before they give it to you to put in the voting machine, a letter, a check mark, a star, an R, or a D, any writing of any kind, please request a new ballot. Your ballot could be disqualified if it is written on. Please be on the lookout for this type of behavior." Well, that is a huge incorrect information. The state actually requires the early voting clerk, who here in Nacogdoches County is myself, the elections administrator, to sign all of the early voting ballots. And then on election day, all of our precinct judges are also required to sign the back of their ballots. The Texas election code for that is 62.008 and 83.0311. So if people come in at November and they say, well, you've written on my ballot, well, to be honest, I don't have any that aren't written on to give them to, because we have to sign or stamp every one of those before they vote. So we just want to let the voters know that this is incorrect. They are going to have a signature on it. Now, if you do get a ballot and it doesn't have a signature, you need to let somebody know, because it's not going to count without that signature. We do need to get that signed. So, and really it's exactly opposite. If it's not got the signature, let us know. If people have questions about this, they can feel free to call our office at any time. Also, we've been referring people to the Secretary of State's office, and if I can give their number as well, it's 1-800-252-8683. So if you do have more questions about that law and why that law was put in place, you would need to ask that to the Secretary of State's office. We do. We just want to get ahead of anything. You know, the November presidential election is always a huge election for us. We have more voters turn out for that election than any others. So we want things to run smooth when people come in to vote. We don't want to have conflict or people getting upset or feeling like we're trying to keep them from voting. We want everyone that has the right to vote to come in and vote. And so we want things smooth. We don't want our election judges to have to deal with confrontation of people being upset. You know, and in general, like I say, we want it to be a fun environment when people come in to vote. This is supposed to be a good thing. So we just want to make sure people know the truth. Everything you hear on social media is not always true. So, you know, do a little more research. And if you do question something and you don't know, just call our office and let us tell you what the law says before you come in and get upset because there are marks on your ballot or a signature on your ballot. The only other writing that should be on your ballot besides the printed ballot itself is either a inked or stamped signature of the early voting clerk if you come to early vote, which will be my signature, or on election day, the judge of your polling place. That's the only thing that will be on it.